Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libra collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Libras towards the back end of their season? What's happening? What energies, messages, insights can we take a look at? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the lovely Libras. And yeah, while we get this card out, I just want to wish you all a very happy birthday. At least those of you that are on this Libra Scorpio cusp, because I know for most of you, your birthday's passed already. So I hope you had a great one. But let's see what shows up here for you. What do we got? There we go. Interesting. I always find this card very amusing because, yeah, there's a lot of symbolism, but it's not every day you see a person with a damn tree growing out of their head. Now, there is symbolism involved. Yes, it does speak to knowledge and a fruitful mind, but we'll get into that in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So we see this lovely lady wearing a mask. She's in a dress. She's surrounded by different books. There is a tree growing from her head, and that tree is bearing fruit. Now, that is a very important detail to this whole thing. When I see this card, I think of a fruitful mind. So for a lot of you, whether it's consuming a lot of information, learning new things, learning new tasks, a lot of Libras in this time could be extra studious. So it's a great time to like hold and absorb information. This is great. I also feel like this is a very water sign type of vibe as well. For a lot of you, the imagination, the creativity. So you might want to put some energy into creative pursuits and endeavors. The rough side about this, since this person literally has a tree bearing fruit, is an overactive mind. Now, I am saying for a lot of Libras, maybe you're going to have some good ideas, whether they're business ideas or dealing with situations you're currently in with a lot of clarity. But just know the mind might be a little extra overactive when I see this card on the front end. So we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to leave her there. She could keep studying her books. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card over here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Libras. What's happening? And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading while we shuffle this up. It was titled A Massive Win. I saw some really lovely energy for you last week. So I always say wins come in all different shapes and sizes, and I really do hope you had one. And that could still come through for you, but let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. The energy was looking pretty good last week, so hopefully we'll keep that going. Let's get these first 3 cards out. What is happening for my friends? What's going on here for the Libras? Thank you. Okay. Maybe we are picking up where we left off, my friends. We got the Sun in position number 1. That's the most positive card in the deck. Okay, and for those of you that are cross-watching for a Libra, this could bode very well. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Okay, there's a lot of cards to go. Let's get a couple more. What do we have for Libra? In mid to late October. 2 of Swords. A little bit of mystery. I mean, that spices life up, right? A little bit of mystery, a little bit of unknown. Nothing wrong with a little bit of that. Let's get one more here. What's up with Libra? Thank you. Whoa. Okay. 6 of Wands. Now, for those of you that read tarot, you probably understand why I'm having these reactions, and I'm really going to try my best to like temper myself, but the energy that I'm feeling off of this is like really chef's kiss. It's like tremendous so far. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know I always look at the elements first because I feel like they're very important with the way the energy flows. Notice on the split ends with the Sun and the 6 of Wands, these are both fire, big fire energy. Both of these cards also linked to Leo, but we'll talk to that a little more. Leo is about about recognition if you're not connected to one. We also have this air right in the center. So, you know, I always say when we mix fire and air, kaboom, that could be volatile. Now, hopefully that's in a good way, but let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. I feel like, especially coming off the heels of what I was seeing last week, pretty excited about this. But position number one, we're starting off with the sun. Now, I know I was giving commentary as the cards were coming out, and yes, I think most readers would agree the sun is the most positive leaning energy in the whole entire deck. Even in reverse, I feel like the sun is very positive. It could also link into that very first card that we were seeing with Oracle, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Now, again, this is Leo energy, so if you're not connected to Leo, this card does link to recognition. This could also be a big energy of getting attention. So whether like people are paying attention to you, now that could be good or that could be bad, but there is something here about like people watching you with the Six of Wands and this here. Now the sun is source energy to me. I always say it's light, life, and love that shines down on us from the universe. So it's beautiful. But another side of this card is that it reveals. The sun reveals things. Nothing can hide under the rays of the sun. So it's clarity. It's seeing things for what they are. And linking back to what we saw here with this card, like information, clarity, good ideas. I think for a lot of you, brainstorming of any kind, whether it's situations you're dealing with or planning for the future, brainstorming could be really nice. You could get some good benefits for that. Now, the sun can sometimes be a little intense. That's one of the drawbacks of this card. It could be a little too much sometimes. So just know like the energies you're experiencing and feeling, like it could make you feel a little claustrophobic with all this intensity. Now, moving to the center, we have the Two of Swords. I was saying, I mean, in the classical sense, the Two of Swords, you see this person hoodwinked at the nighttime. There's a moon. It's kind of the direct opposite of the sun. Yes, this can represent indecision. It could represent confusion. It could represent somebody not really knowing what to do. It's like, all right, well, what am I going to do here? But to me, in general, I just see this as a card of mystery, the unknown, right? And that's not always a bad thing. Also, the fact that we're mixing this fire and air, it's like erupting. This energy is like very good so far, okay? Because we still got to clarify it. But yeah, as with all twos, it could be decisions and choices and partnerships, stuff like that. But I think it's the unknown at the center. But there's really good stuff surrounding it. That's the thing I'm feeling here. Now, when we get to the real challenging aspect of the Two of Swords, yes, everything's on a spectrum. This could be somebody hiding something or feeling something and not purposely saying it. I don't really think that's the vibe I'm picking up here, especially with this on the back end. We got the Six of Wands. Beautiful. This card is a card of victory. You see this individual, they're in a parade. They got the laurels. They're marching. They're getting the attention. So when I see this, I see you overcoming something. It's a card of victory. Things going your way. So, well, we just really need to see how it's all going to play out. I do think of recognition. This could be somebody getting the recognition for the things that they do. So if there's certain things you've been working hard towards or certain energies you've been putting out there, this is like a rewarded type of energy. So it's really good. Now, the challenge of it, when we have the Six of Wands, and it is connected to the Leo energy, is that this could sometimes represent somebody that's a little too confident, a little overconfident, egotistical. Okay, so if you're connected to anyone that fits that bill, maybe Spirit's telling you, okay, maybe keep them at arm's length for now because that might really rub you wrong. But listen, so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Libra. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here from my friends. What is happening? What is going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the sun. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay. Let's get that sun card clarified. What's this? What's the flavor of this sun? What's the vibe? Thank you. Contentment. All right, so there could be a situation where you find contentment with it in one way or another, where you're like, okay, I accept it for what it is. It is what it is. That's like the first thing that's coming to me intuitively. We have the Page of Cups in reverse underneath the sun. So yeah, watch out for communication issues with people in this time, but this could easily, with a page in reverse and the sun, represent someone popping up out of nowhere. Hopefully this is good news coming in. We'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the one, because pages in reverse, they represent someone keeping their lips zipped. And when I see it underneath the sun, I feel like for a lot of you could be receiving some really good news soon, especially if this page flips. I do like it, but at the same time, I get an acceptance and contentment where it's like, okay, I accept it for what it is. It is what it is. It's like giving me that kind of vibe here. So it's not necessarily bad. Now, I am still picking up the energy of win and victory and all that. I feel like it's going to mature as we move throughout the rest of the spread itself. But yeah, there is something here about acceptance and just being okay with something where it's like, I'm okay with this. Like, I accept it for what it is. Let's keep moving. And I feel like that's very simple. But let's see if energy is going to reveal itself. Let's go in on that Two of Swords, see what happens. So why is the Two of Swords here for Libra? Oh, okay. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, what is this odd energy about not hearing back or not hearing from something or somebody? It's very peculiar. Ace of Swords in reverse underneath the Two of Swords. Watch out for second guessing. In this time, there could be various situations where either you're second guessing yourself or you're second guessing the situation. So now you see what this Two of Swords could be coming from, because 1 second I have this contentment. This next one, I'm like, but am I really? It's like a lot of second guessing happening here. So again, if this is someone you're connected to, they might be second guessing themselves, second guessing their actions, second guessing the things that they've done, because both of these cards of communication are showing up in reverse. Now, this is going to make the Six of Wands extra important on the end, especially with the little balancing act of energies we have going on here. But yeah, when I have the Two of Swords with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it can just represent something in the situation that you don't quite see yet, okay, or things going on behind the scenes. So there could be certain things where you're left guessing, okay, you're either left guessing or you feel like you don't have all the information or the details. So we're just going to keep moving. Listen, I love the Ace of Swords. I love every ace. They all represent opportunities. They all represent offers, but this one is a card of straight talk and communication. Same could be said with that Page of Cups, and notice they're showing up in reverse. So it's like, yeah, I'm okay, but am I really? It's like giving me this bouncing back and forth. So just watch out for the overthinking in this time. That's another thing I'm getting, where it's like, I'm cool, I'm content, I'm thinking myself into a frenzy. It's like giving me both of those energies here. So let's move into the Six of Wands and see how it all plays out in the end. So let's get it going. Why is that Six of Wands here? I mean, I will say this still, I feel like this is a claimable energy just because of the pure positivity on the top of the spread. But let's see what's up with the Six of Wands. Is that six there for Libra? Thank you. Yeah, boom, there it is. So this is the card that I want to see in reverse. We have the High Priestess in reverse. For a lot of you, again, all this stuff in the beginning, don't worry about all that. Like, claim the positive energy for sure. But when I see the High Priestess in reverse, that represents something coming to be or just something popping up, the unknown becoming known. So it clears up all this energy we have in the center. Okay, and to me, it's an unexpected or surprising win or victory, straight up. Okay, because the High Priestess, water sign energy. Okay, I link her to Pisces mainly, but I give her to the other water signs as well. She is a card of intuition. She's a card of your gut, your sensitivity to energies around you. So for a lot of Libras, you might feel something building up energetically. So just know you could be experiencing energy intensely. But she is, again, another card of mystery, secrecy, not speaking. So when she shows up in reverse, it's the unknown becoming known. And underneath this victory, I think it's beautiful. I think it's claimable. Even though we have this little second guessing, we have this little doubt on the back end. It's like, all right, well, that went better than I thought it would. Okay, or it's one that just pops up out of nowhere. So again, unexpected winner victory. I think it's beautiful, especially how it played out on the back end. But let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. And yeah, it makes sense. Listen, I don't know what every single Libra is going through right now, but it's like we have a mix between the positive and the challenge. But position number one, we're starting off with the sun and the Page of Cups. And to me, I did feel like this is somebody accepting something, saying like, okay, well, it is what it is, or I accept it for what it is. There's a certain level of acceptance here, but the energy does change, because as we move to the center, we have the Two of Swords with the Ace of Swords, the second guessing. Do I really accept it? Is this really going to happen? There's little doubts and stuff like that. And I also feel like somebody thinking themselves into a frenzy. So watch out with that, especially since in the beginning we had this energy of the active mind. So listen, I know Libra's an air sign. You guys have active minds to begin with. So it's like double or triple here within this spread. However, as we get to the back end, we have the Six of Wands with the High Priestess in reverse. So again, the unknown becoming known, the unexpected win or victory, or even a surprising one where it's like, okay, that went better than I expected. I just feel like it's really good. So even with the second guessing and this unsure energy in the center, there's a very positive result that's going to show its face. So again, I feel like this is very claimable, and it makes sense to what we've been feeling in the little two steps forward, one step back in the center. So again, I feel like it's very claimable, and it's like we're building off the energy from last week, which is very good. So please take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Libra. What is in the shadows for my good friends? What's going on? And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. And the deck almost jumped out of my hands. So it wants to talk. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for my channel members. All right, let's get this card out here. What's in the shadows for the lovely Libras? What is in the shadows? Temperance, card of patience, big Sagittarius energy here. And we're getting close to Saggy season. Now, when I see Temperance, it usually has the Archangel Michael depicted on it. This is the Shadowland Tarot, so don't get freaked out by the imagery. This is one of my cards of spiritual protection, spiritual guidance, like your guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, you name it, or even guardian angel energy insulating you. So I feel like for some Libras out there, you might just need to hear that, like, you're being watched over, you're being protected. Now, if that's not the case, Temperance is all about patience. Remember, I did say, like, there might be a process you're going through or something that's going to take a little bit of time. Temperance is all about that. I'm not going to say it's about finding acceptance. To me, it's a slow and steady type of energy, which can sometimes be frustrating, right? Like, there could be certain things where it feels like it's dragging, like it's taking forever, it's taken too long when this card shows up as a shadow card. But the big message I always pull away from the Temperance card is that your patience will be rewarded. Okay, that's a beautiful thing, because this individual or Archangel Michael's doing spiritual alchemy with those cups. So there is something building up under the scenes. So hopefully that reward comes in for you real soon, Libra. But yeah, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.